are due. Let's see the details of that report. President Museveni there for you. Now, Uganda's Civil Aviation Authority is conducting the first ever aviation weather awareness engagement for meteorologists and aviation professionals to foster coordination and collaboration and build synergies among stakeholders to ensure aviation safety operations at Entebbe International Airport. The 2 days engagement was officially opened by Dr. Bob Alex Ogwang, the Commissioner Department of Meteorological Services in the Ministry of Water and Environment, calling for more capacity building among the relevant stakeholders to ensure accurate information sharing for air traffic controllers. Let's see the details of that report.
The theme of this workshop, fostering coordination and collaboration between meteorologists and aviation professionals, reflects our collective commitment to ensuring that weather-related risks are effectively managed through informed decision-making, accurate forecasting, and robust communication channels. Over the next 2 days, we shall engage in thought-provoking sessions on the following areas: interpreting and using meteorological data for flight planning, enhancing collaboration between aviation weather service providers and users, understanding aerodromes' safeguarding measures in relation to weather hazards, and building institutional and individual capacity to respond to evolving climate-related challenges.
Aviation is, by its nature, highly dependent on accurate, timely, and reliable meteorological information. And this is from takeoff, for many of you are in these areas, to landing. Weather conditions influence every decision, be it in the cockpit, be it in the air traffic control center, and of course in the airport operations. And if you have realized, incidents and even accidents happen around that very critical, with that critical influence. This will impact flight planning, air traffic control, airport operations, and of course, aircraft performance. Accidents and delays linked to weather remain a global concern in aviation safety, which is an indicator of the importance of accurate weather information and data.
Over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, I encourage all participants to focus on a number of issues, including enhancing early warning system. This is basically strengthening our capacity to detect and communicate severe weather threats to aviation stakeholders in real time. Leveraging technology is basically exploring advancements in weather monitoring systems, including application of artificial intelligence, which I mentioned, to improve forecast accuracy.
We do apologize for our first story. That story that was played earlier was when President Museveni was returning from the trip in Egypt. Now let's go to Koboko. President Museveni is one of those expected to grace a multi-billion fundraising drive for Koboko Arch Dictionary. Now the dictionary is constructing its headquarters, estimated to cost 3.2 billion projected, that is now at the center stage. Church of Uganda construction project started in 2018, where the president also presided over as the chief guest during the fundraising. Now the president's presence was confirmed by the Bishop of Madi and West Nile Diocese, that is the Right Reverend Charles Collins Adoku. Let's see the details of that report.
For the far, he has brought the Christians, the parish and the archdeaconry in raising that building to that level. We can say Ebenezer. Thus far the Lord has brought us. However, once again, the Christians have organized to have this fundraising done on 30th August 2025 at the same venue, St. Paul's Church of Uganda, Nyangilia, and His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, has been invited to be the chief guest. And we are confident with his coming, and it's going to be second coming, this house will be completed. Two, our main preacher for this occasion will be the Bishop of Nebi Diocese. And already letters have been given to the sister dioceses in Arua, of course the Catholic Diocese of Arua. We have the Nebi Diocese, we have Kitigum, we have Northern Uganda, we have Lango, we have West Lango, and our friends from Southern Sudan. And we are more than ready. I know with the vigilance of the committee in place, I'm confident. So I want to make an appeal to everybody to come 30th August 2025 to support generously this noble fundraising to complete St. Paul's Church of Uganda, Nyangilia, Koboko Archdiaconry.
Museveni, they are expected as the chief guest when they're actually starting to build that Koboko Dictionary. Now the next story. The Institute of Certified Public Accounts of Uganda is set to honor outstanding contributions in the accountancy profession with the 2025 Accountancy Service Awards. Now for the first time, the awards will be held as a stand-alone event, marking a new chapter in recognizing excellence among individuals and institutions shaping Uganda's financial sector. Let's see the details of that report.
Scheduled for Friday, 3rd October 2025, The 2025 Accountancy Service Award, ASA, is expected to spotlight accountants and organizations demonstrating exceptional service, upholding ethical standards and contributing to national development.
It's a subtle way for us to give you the platform, but it goes a long way to elevate you in your career, to be a source of inspiration to the younger generation, to other accountants, because like our chairperson mentioned, we want to uphold professionalism, integrity, and ethical practice.
Lydia Tusime, ICPAO Manager of Business Development, says the awards provide a platform to celebrate integrity, innovation, and professional excellence.
For us to hold these awards, it's something that reinforces our mandate and what we stand for. It reinforces the professionalism that we seek to see within the accountancy profession. So this is a great opportunity for people out there to nominate people that you feel are contributing remarkably to this accountancy profession.
The 2025 ASA features 8 categories, including CPA of the Year, Young Accountant of the Year, Woman Accountant of the Year, Accounting Firm of the Year, and the Unique Humanitarian Award.
The Accountancy Service Awards are a premium annual awards that are meant to recognize excellence and recognizing individuals and entities that have made outstanding contribution to the advancement of the accountancy profession.
Winners are selected by ICPAO's Members Services Committee from nominations by members, students, and the public.
This time I realized that accounting is not just about numbers, it's about trust. Each figure we work with tells a story, a business owner's dream, an NGO's mission, a family's security. So our job as accountants is to protect that story with honesty, clarity, and care.
CPA Sandra Nachibule Bate highlights the award's winner impact, recognizing professionals who drive positive change in society.
So for you to win or get an award, you don't only get that employee morale and the internal culture that you actually are working for that organization. The efforts that come with it actually do give you the morale, and the fostering of that culture gives you pride and motivation, and it's a continuous improvement. Any organization would want to work and associate with an award winner because they trust that this is a person of integrity.
ICPAO invites public participation in nominations and promises a night of celebration, networking, and inspiration.
I will speak for you. You do not need to be there. Just continue doing the good work. The one who notices your good work will always reward you. The one, if you focus on saying, I must succeed by stepping on people, you will not succeed. That cannot work. Just continue doing your good work, it will always speak for you.
The Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation has committed support towards digital marketing agents by advocating for internet infrastructure development. While marking 5 years of global operations in Uganda, Dr. Onesmus Kwikirize, Industrial Value Chains Superintendent at the Ministry, reiterated the significance of digital marketing in economic digitization. Let's see the details of that report.
The recognition of private sector in promoting digital economy is significant towards the government's quest of achieving e-commerce as per the National Development Plan 4.
Cannot happen if most of our contribution to the economy is through low value products, more than 60% from agriculture, and less from industry and less from service. So we have to actually invert the pyramid.
The Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation has identified the contribution of Global Uganda in the transformation of the national economy. This was during the 5th anniversary of global operations in Uganda.
Glovo has had a remarkable journey over the past 5 years. As you know, Uganda is fertile ground for investment for young companies such as Glovo to thrive, to scale.
We had around 70% of our orders were cash orders, and currently only 40% of them are cash orders. And we've been able to reduce the amount of cash orders by partnering up with brands like MasterCard.
The Science, Technology and Innovation Ministry intends to collaborate with other government agencies to ensure internet reliability and further penetration.
The more players we have in the sector, the more competition you have, the lower the price becomes. So again, I want to assure Ugandans the data is reasonably priced now, but it can only get even lower, and government is going to ensure that that happens in the short term.
Glovo Uganda is implementing a strategy of pollution-free environment by promoting the usage of electric motorbikes during delivery operations.
Right now we have 40% of our fleet doing electric deliveries. The plan is to get to around 70%.
Low literacy levels and poor internet connectivity are among the challenges affecting digital marketing in Uganda.
Navigation app, it used to defeat, and it still defeats most of the riders. So we teach them how to use it.
The initial Glovo investment in Uganda centered on foodstuffs, and in the period of 5 years, that platform has diversified its mode to delivery of other items like electronics, clothing, among others.
One of Uganda's young and innovative, one of Uganda's young and innovative researchers, Professor Julius Nyanzi, through his knowledge sharing trainings, and has been able to mentor several Ugandans with innovations in agriculture and entrepreneurial skills. Now the week-long training is aimed at nurturing a new Uganda filled with innovative minds to drive the economy forward. Let's see the details of that report.
One of Uganda's innovative researchers, Professor Nyanzi Julius of Prof Bioresearch, says that Uganda's greatest problem is a lack of knowledge for innovation of especially pertinent day-to-day products. He adds that his trainings have gone a long way in nurturing both Ugandan and other entrepreneurs.
The factor in any progress is identifying what you have and looking out for what you don't have. When you look at this country, Ugandans have a lot of resources, but their biggest bottleneck has been lack of knowledge. So what we are doing here, we are trying to do knowledge sharing. On Sunday 10th August at Hotel Equatorial, we've been having this campaign for the last 10 years. It's called the Great Sundowner. Great Sundowner is a training workshop whereby we mentor a new generation of scientists and we use our local available resources.
The 32-year-old researcher recalls his 10 years journey and how difficult it was for the early entrepreneur trainings to pick momentum at the starting years.
Time people kept on being skeptical. How far will this project push the Great Sundowner? I told them, no, let us be persistent and consistent. With time, halfway the journey, people picked up the idea. You know, it takes time. You know, with the Africans, you have to give them time. If you are someone who is looking at quick gains and progress, it's not easy here. So in the 5th year, people picked up the machine application bit of growing and also adding value using machines. I was so happy about it. Then I coined a slogan, iron sharpens iron, echuma chiwagala chuma. So the whole country and the people in different diaspora countries, they picked up the idea. So they started investing, making eucalyptus oil, making coffee oil through my trainings. Along the way, the market kept on growing.
He calls upon fellow Ugandan innovators to embrace value addition, especially in key products like coffee.
Uganda should also push the same. We normally push things which don't help us. I'm not undermining other sectors, but this is a high time that we used our knowledge, what we call indigenous knowledge, to solve our own problems. Today we are showing people here at the 10th Great Sundowner, we are showing them how to make coffee oil. Coffee has been here since time immemorial. Our forefathers, our great ancestors, they used to grow coffee. But ever since then, we have not added any value. So that, to me, being a scientist, it challenges me much. So that's why I came out with coffee oil making by using the technology I've developed over the years, which is cold pressing.
The entrepreneur trainings dubbed The Great Sundowner began in 2015 and has for the past 10 years gained impact world over. I am Marion Awori, reporting for UBC.
Thank you, Marion, for that. Small and medium-sized enterprises have been urged to build trust with financial institutions to access various credit facilities. This call was made by Pastor Robert Kayanja of Miracle Center Cathedral while delivering an inspiration message to entrepreneurs during the 2025 Equity Bank SME engagement. Let's see the details of that report.
Last night,
Tupange Business ne Equity Bank is an initiative focused on strengthening the resilience of SMEs by improving their access to financial assistance, enhancing financial literacy, and offering networking platforms and business promotion strategies.
We want to create a bank that works with you, builds your business, so that we can transform your business, because we believe when you transform your business, we transform people's lives because you touch many people.
In 2025, Equity Bank's engagement with SME proprietors was centered on financing integrated value chains and supporting SME growth.
Today, we have customers who cannot access credit because they don't have security or they don't have financial knowledge. Our social engine has the capacity and partners to work with our customers and give them financial interest. But we also have guarantees from partners that are able to provide security for you when you're not able to, so you can access credit. And all that is done by a social engine.
Pastor Robert Kayanja of Rubaga Miracle Center encouraged small business owners to build strong relationships with commercial banks to ease access to various credit facilities.
By God's chance or by your hard work, destiny has met you. You have been found fitting to do something great. I know the challenge of the bank is to find us available capital and affordable capital. Negotiate for that. Because in business, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate.
The bank is taking proactive steps to mentor and train SME owners in effective financial management, proper record keeping, and market strategy development.
Help this entity to succeed. Sit with them, assess the risks on a regular basis, let them know what to do, what not to do, how to change and reflect the emerging opportunities, run out from the emerging dangers. You as the banker work with the borrower, because that is the Ugandan economy.
Business ne Equity engagement attracted over 600 SME owners and was held under the theme Financial Integrated Value Chains and SME Growth.
And they are tipping off SMEs on chain financing. Now, UBC Lunchtime News takes a short break and we shall do return with more stories. Don't go away.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. MTN kabo the Super mustairompia. Then you kabo the smartphone nebi yakabibiona. MTN kabo the Super mustairompia. Then you kabo the smartphone nebi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
From the day your child is born, you want to protect them. You want to protect them from the harm you know and the things your eyes can see. Protect them from falls when they are playing and as they are learning the world. But what protects them from the things your eyes can't see? Diseases attacking their bodies. Immunization from as early as birth, 6 weeks, 10, 14 weeks to 9 and 18 months. And malaria starting at 6, 7, 8 to 18 months. Protects children from diseases, giving them the foundation they need to grow stronger and healthier.
Parents and caregivers, remember to immunize your children 9 times from birth to 18 months to protect them against vaccine-preventable diseases such as measles, rubella, polio, pneumonia, hepatitis B, tuberculosis, tetanus, meningitis, yellow fever, diarrhea, whooping cough, diphtheria, and malaria. All vaccines used for immunization are safe, effective, and free. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, WHO, and partners.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Now UBC Lunchtime News continues. A large portion of Ugandans depend on agriculture, yet many remain trapped in poverty, grappling with fake inputs, poor infrastructure, limited access to finance, and persistent food insecurity, of which all those hinder livelihoods in the country. Now graced by the Governor Bank of Uganda, Opportunity International 2025 Agriculture Finance Conference has launched a community of practice bringing together 26 leading institutions with a combined lending capacity of $500 million. Now the initiative aims to drive innovation, share practical solutions, and transform smaller holder farmer in low and income middle status. Let's see the details of that report.
This is a summit that is held every other year to bring together all the financial institution partners that work with the agriculture finance program. The essence of this is to avail them with a platform where they can share experiences with each other, but also from Opportunity International for us to take them through all that we've been working on in the year that we are closing, such that as they go back into their institutions, they are able to know how best to partner with us and then be able to support the people whom we target, and those are the smallholder farmers who make up over 70% of the people dealing in agriculture in Uganda.
Now, we've just been talking in this conference here, the theme is to propagate. How do we get more agri-financing to support agriculture? Remember, one of the pillars of the tenfold growth is the agricultural industrialization. How do we industrialize our agriculture? So here we've been sharing some few thoughts. And for us at the Bank of Uganda, we think that there are really four key pillars in driving this agri-financing.
The COVID-19 pandemic, Uganda survived especially because of food. So food is something that everybody needs every day. And of course, for us as Yuga Foods, we believe that women are the ones that are involved in the farming practices. And at Ugaford, we have come up with innovations that help us better serve the women who normally don't have collateral. So we use collateral substitutes by them being in groups, and also we have also partnered with some other organizations that provide collateral substitutes in form of credit guarantees.
MTN Uganda has reported strong growth as more Ugandans embrace mobile money and internet services. Let's see the details of that report.
Has risen by 17.8% to 924.2 billion over the period, which is not only a reflection of our revenue momentum or the choice that our customers make every day to choose MTN, but it's also a reflection of the cost discipline that we have continued to deploy in the organization that ensures that the gains that we see on our top line are also reflected on our bottom line.
The Telecom says the first half of 2025 saw increased use of mobile money and internet, helping people stay connected and run businesses, and thus the good postings for the first half of the year.
And at this rate, if we continue with this kind of growth in in the last 6 months of the year, we should be able to cross 4 billion transactions, up from 3.4 billion last year. In terms of value of transactions, 28%, that is actually growing faster than the volume at 89.3 trillion. That means that if we continue with this trajectory, we should cross 200 trillion for this full year.
MTN Chief Executive Officer Sylvia Molinge says improved 4G and 5G coverage and faster home broadband have supported this growth. MTN has also backed schools, hospitals and community projects, reaching thousands.
Impacting over 67,000 people. Our CSR investment during the first half stood at 1.6 billion shillings, and we will continue to make long-term investments to ensure that we are able to participate very actively in driving Uganda's digital future.
Despite a tax settlement affecting profit, an interim dividend was declared for shareholders.
We have also played our part as a responsible corporate citizen in terms of developing Uganda, contributing 681 billion shillings in taxes over the period. And while we had a once-off tax settlement of 110.9 billion, which has had an impact on our bottom line, this has in overall resulted in us reporting an profit after tax of 267 billion, which is down by about 9.7%. But when you look at the underlying performance, net of this once-off tax settlement, our underlying performance has remained strong with adjusted profit up 27.8% over the period to an amount of about 377.9 billion shillings.
Looking ahead, the company plans further investment in digital services and wider network access to benefit more Ugandans. MTN's growth highlights how mobile and internet services are transforming life and businesses in Uganda.
Thank you, Barnes, for that. Now let's talk coffee. Rwandaro Coffee Farmers Cooperative Society in Rubirizi has intensified efforts to increase coffee consumption among the public. This is being spearheaded by the Cooperative Society's General Manager, John Mubangizi, with emphasis on the presidential initiative of value addition. The factory last season produced approximately 517 tons, and according to the General Manager, they are looking at 800 tons next year. Let's see the details of that report.
Is the organization we work for, and from our experience as a cooperative, as Rwandaro Coffee Farmers Cooperative Society Limited, the best way to teach Ugandans or any population to drink coffee, for that matter, is provide the coffee. You don't need to take the people to class. And you don't need much, actually. You don't need a lot of money to do this. The best way to teach Ugandans to drink coffee is provide it. Because from my experience, this is what we have seen. At big functions, we provide coffee, and people drink it. And drink it in very, very big volumes. So meaning that there is no need for taking people to class or do whatever, do workshops. No, workshops are not necessary. You don't need workshops. You don't need to call people and tell them drink coffee. Provide a good coffee. Coffee is a very good beverage. Coffee has a very shouting aroma. The moment we start our machines like this, people at a distance, the moment they get the fragrance, the aroma, they come looking for the coffee. And then we provide it. So when they drink the coffee, the next time they do is they demand for a packet so that they take it home and they are able to prepare it at home. So the only limiting factors the factor that we have as a Rwandaro is ability to produce much more coffee.
Advantages of adding value to the coffee. When you sell coffee when it is in green beans, you sell it at approximately in between 28 to 16,000 in between there. Now when you add value, you roast it and you have added value, you can sell it at 80,000 shillings.
I think everybody in Rubirizi and beyond would be able to drink coffee, but we are limited by machinery. We have a very small machine, but even with that small machine, we are able to produce coffee.
Now let's talk sports. More than 100 golfers have graced the second edition of Watoto Golf Tournament at the PA 2072 Uganda Golf Club Chitante. The tournament aimed to raise money to the vulnerable. John Barnes Sentamu brings us to speed.
Watoto Ministries, which is more renowned for preaching of the word of God, has proved to the world that it does beyond by organizing an exquisite golf tournament. The tournament at Uganda Golf Club Kitante attracted more than 100 golfers and climaxed with Watoto Leaders category won by Isaac Nsereko, followed by Pastor Julius Rotlonyo. The junior girls were topped by Aurelia Akola, while Ethan Namara beat the boys. Jonina Nasimolo was the best senior lady, while Chris Mutejichi bettered all senior men. The overall ladies winner was Olivia Nakuya, while Boniface Toko edged all men. In the professionals category, David Kamolindwa topped with 209 gross points. In the team events, there were excellent displays from Team Gorilla that had Meron Chomugisha, Judith Komugisha, Joyce Kisembo, and Alex Guma. Even the Uganda Airlines team that had Maurice Ongwech, John Kasangaki, Toko Boniface, and Richard Oloka was impressive. The tournament aimed to raise money to aid the vulnerable, especially mothers and children, and was able to raise more than 140 million Uganda shillings towards the cause.
The Tascalite Mount Rwenzori Marathon receives 100 million Uganda shillings injected to facilitate the August marathon by Britam. Now, through their collaboration with Britam and Insurance Body and Financial Services Body, this financial support will be both cash and in kind. The marathon will attract participants from about 40 countries world over. Let's see the details of that report.
I'm happy and proud to be associated. Richard spoke about ESG. Humphrey hit on it as well. We're planning in the next 5 years, plant 60 million trees. Yeah. So, and this we're doing with partners. Humphrey, one key success that I want reported as going to the board is how many trees partnering with Great Lakes and Amos did we plant during this marathon. That's number one KPI. Okay, because we all believe in development and we're looking at what's happening. Let me
the communities around have also let go of their homes to convert them into Airbnbs so that they can accommodate a number of people and get some income for fees, lifestyle, and improve their welfare. So this vision is really actually far-reaching than we had earlier anticipated.
We're now at close to 35 countries represented in terms of runners. The very peculiar countries like Uruguay, Cameroon, that have people coming to run, Lithuania, They're like, okay, where on earth are these guys coming from? It's a fantastic thing to see the excitement that is. And today's majorly the first groups of, like, for example, Americans we're going to be arriving today. So it means they're going to be spending quite a lot of time in the country, spending money on entertainment, accommodation, and everything that comes and is associated with it. So as a brand, we hope and know that we will grow.
Still, the marathon. The Taskalite Rwenzori Marathon returns for its 4th edition, attracting runners from over 35 countries. Now, with a target of over 60,000 participants, the event is said to be the region's most eco-conscious race promoting tourism. Details of that report.
Motor Center East Africa, through Kia Motors, has joined as the marathon's lead sponsor, unveiling environmentally friendly lead cars for the 10 kilometers, 21 and 42 kilometer races.
All of them very environmentally friendly and fuel efficient. We're going to use the Sonnet, we're going to use the Celtos, one that I'm sitting by right now, and the Sorrento. The Sorrento leading the 42 kilometer race.
Joseph Semwemba, the Executive Director, Motor Center East Africa, highlighted the brand's effort to promote clean mobility through its support.
First of all, Kia Global is very strong at sports marketing, so it's part of our strategy to partner with sports in two ways. In one way, corporate social responsibility, and in another way, branding and sport and advertising, definitely.
Marin held, the race's creative emphasized the importance of lead cars in guiding pace and ensuring safety throughout the race routes.
You want the 42 kilometer and the 21 kilometer elite runners to be visible on the road. There's nothing more embarrassing for an international marathon than having your elite runners get lost in the crowd, get into accidents, etc. So they're there to make sure that they pace them at the right pace and keep them safe and secure from start to finish line.
With over 35 countries participating, the race will attract both local and international sport tourists into the country.
Thank you so much for watching UBC Lunchtime News. That marathon story brings us to the very end of UBC Lunchtime News. I am Brian Tumwine Biarhanga from the newsroom, and we say have a good afternoon.